would have won the series for the Knicks. But Hakeem Olajuwon jumping out got a piece of it. So this 1993-94 NBA season has come down to this. Rockets 63, the Knicks 60 as the fourth quarter gets underway. Sam Cassell, and a foul is called. Cassell is back out there along with Mario Elie. Foul on John Starks, and that is 4 on Starks.
Another indication of John's frustration, not being able to get it going offensively, just 1 for 8 from the field. And a foolish foul there, fouling Cassell, who normally doesn't shoot that middle distance jump shot very well, but does shoot his free throws extremely well. Olajuwon was not on the floor for the last 20-30 seconds. He's missed a total of 1:15 in this ballgame, getting a rest. And while he's been out, the Knicks have outscored the Rockets 9-2. I don't think we're going to see Hakeem on the bench for a while.
Sam Cassell, who is an 84% free throw shooter, hitting on both. Rockets lead by 5. Harper and Starks at the guard. Ewing, Mason, Oakley up front. Ewing with the fake. Nice move by Patrick Ewing. He has 14. Rockets 65. The Knicks 62.
Olajuwon with 3 fouls there. Still that's a pretty good cushion, but backed off on the Ewing jump hook.
Looked like Ewing got a piece of it. Cassell on the intercept. Cassell with the bucket. Charles Oakley's pass picked off by Sam Cassell. And the Rockets lead 67-62. Ewing with the screen for Harper. He rebounds. Pops it down to Cassell. And a foul called on Harper. That's his 3rd.
Charles Oakley securing this rebound, and with the one-hand pass, not able to bring it back. He knew he made a mistake right away as the alert defensive play by Sam Cassell not only picked it off, but knocked in the 2. It's going to be a 2-shot foul as Harper hit Cassell from the back on a clear path to the basket situation. There's nobody in front of Cassell, and Harper just trying to stop the play, whatever. But a good call by the trail official, Eddie Rush, who went right over to Hugh Evans to tell him what he had.
Sam Cassell had that clear path to the basket, so he gets the 2. Remember, against the Phoenix Suns in game number 7, the rookie Sam Cassell came up very strong in the fourth quarter, 9 of his 22 in the fourth. And Cassell has had another strong game here. He has 11 points, and the Rockets have matched their biggest lead of the night. They're up by 7. 1:20 gone by in the fourth. Cassell all over Harper. Ewing played by Olajuwon. Off the fake, Patrick Ewing has turned it around in the second half. He now has 16 points in all. Rockets 69. And the Knicks 64. They double up on Cassell. Herrera now picked up by Ewing. And Herrera stripped, lost it. It'll be Knick ball.
Well, Patrick Ewing starting to feel it right now. Sees that no double team is coming. Little hesitation dribble. The long step and the pump fake to get away and clear himself from the tough defense of Olajuwon.
Charles Smith has come on, replacing Charles Oakley. 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Away from the ball, a holding foul on Mario Elie.
Foul is going. Houston
Elie in here, not only to give Maxwell a rest, but also he's a very tough defender. And the one thing that Rudy Tomjanovich has to be concerned about, despite the fact that John Starks is not shooting the ball well right now, he knows how hot he can get, how quickly he can do it.
Harper freeing himself up, had the good look. And back comes Cassell. Cassell and Elie at the guards. Olajuwon up front with Herrera and Horry. Olajuwon with the spin for Horry to the reverse. Robert Horry has come up with several big buckets. And the Rockets lead by 7. 9:34 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Olajuwon apparently is in trouble. Robert Horry is his bailout guy. He's always moving, slashing to the basket, cutting, and Hakeem generally finds him.
Well, tonight's Miller Moment looks at the 1988 Finals between the Lakers and Pistons. The last time that an NBA Finals went 7. The game won by the Lakers, 108-105, making it 2 straight championships for the Lakers, who, of course, were coached by Pat Riley. The Lakers winning games 6 and 7 at home to prevail. In recognition of this moment, Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. And they're a key member of that Laker ball club, Irvin Magic Johnson. James Worthy with an enormous game in that 7th contest, triple-double, named the Finals Most Valuable Player back in 1988. Rockets 71 and the Knicks 64 as we resume. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Shot clock down to 6. Harper picked off by Cassell.
And it all started with the good pressure of Cassell, and he also read the play and forced Harper into an uncomfortable position and a bad turnover.
Starks playing with 4 fouls. Olajuwon over Mason and foul. So Hakeem will go to the line. Mason called for his first personal.
Hakeem being hit and pushed by Mason, trying to knock him off the spot, but Olajuwon just keeps working, feels the body contact from Mason, and just going up there, primarily looking just to get fouled, and that's what he got.
Olajuwon is 4 of 5 from the line. A very impressive stat line developing. Let's go to Ahmad Rashad.
All right, Marv, during that last time out, Pat Riley telling his team that they need to be more relentless. All the loose balls on the floor that the Rockets are getting should be the Knicks. He said they need to make a run right now. If they can do that right now, he feels that the Rockets, even though they're at home, they will get tight. Marv?
Thank you, Ahmad. Biggest lead of the game. Houston is up by 8. And again, they're on their feet at the summit. Starks rejected and fouled. He drew the double team, and the foul was called.
Houston foul 34, Hakeem Olajuwon.
It's on Olajuwon, number 4.
And Olajuwon stepping out to try to help out and prevent the penetration and shot by John Starks. And a good play by Starks just to lean in a little bit to draw that contact as the Knicks keep searching for a way to get John Starks going. Offensively, they're going to need his firepower to try and get back in this ballgame.
John Starks, 3 of 3 from the line. He has been Mr. 4th quarter for the New York Knicks. Last 3 games, first 3 quarters, total of 28 points. But in the 4th quarter, it has been a different story. And in Game 6, he had 16 of his 27 in the 4th and had a shot to win it all in the final seconds. Rockets by 6. 8:35 remaining in the 4th. Cassell, yes. Sam Cassell with 13 points. Rockets lead 74-66. Brett Anthony back on the floor, takes the 3. Rebounded by Mason. Starks for 3. Looked like Horry got a piece of it. And it will be Nick Ball.
Well, Sam Cassell has been brilliant in this 4th quarter at the defensive end, and he got him started off early in the 4th with scoring, and here he just took the ball down to the baseline and shot over the smaller Greg Anthony.
Anthony and Starks now in the backcourt. Here's Starks again. So he continues to fire away. 1 for 10 for John Starks. Houston up by 8. Greg Anthony earlier had big problems with Sam Cassell. Here's Herrera, too strong, and chased down by Charles Oakley, who is back on the floor. Oakley, Ewing, Mason up front. The New York Knicks winning 57 games during the regular season, winning the Atlantic Division, 2nd in the Eastern Conference. Knocked off the Nets in the 1st round, then beat Chicago, beat Indiana. Here's Oakley, cutting the lead to 6. Charles Oakley has 8 points.
Pat Riley making sure that the Knicks went inside to Ewing. Would like to maybe pick up the 5th foul on Olajuwon, but the double team came. They found the open Oakley, and he finally had a good-looking shot leave his hand.
Bad pass thrown by Cassell. And Cassell and Ori having a heated discussion about it.
Well, they do this a lot. It doesn't look very pretty, but this is how they communicate. And then they are good buddies when they get back into the locker room, but they should try to keep more poise out on the basketball floor. I mean, it just looks better, and it does not show the other team that you're out of sorts.
Just under 7 minutes. Remaining in the 4th. Starks setting up Anthony for 3. Greg Anthony with an open 3. And it cuts it to a 3-point Houston lead.
Well, Sam Cassell has been the guy to either go double team Ewing inside or to help out on the penetration of Starks. And they left another shooter alone who has not been shooting well, but he nailed that.
Olajuwon on the recovery. Cassell for 3. Ewing with the save. Last touch by the Knicks. Both Anthony and Oakley diving for it.
Well, Greg Anthony going to park himself deep in the right corner. The penetration by John Starks set this all up. As so far, Cassell has been the roamer, the guy looking to help out for everybody else. Big hoop for Greg Anthony.
Well, as we mentioned, the last time the Knicks won an NBA championship was back in the 72-73 season. Now, to put into perspective how long it's been, Richard Milhouse Nixon was president at the time. We were celebrating a ceasefire of the war in Vietnam. And a gas strike was stalling millions of motorists from their daily routine. That's back in 1973. And the city of Houston starving for a champion, deprived in football during the Earl Campbell era, again through the Warren Moon years, and the frustrations of the 1986 Houston Astros coming so close to a World Series appearance. Tonight, one champion will be crowned, and with that coronation, years of frustration will be left behind. The city of Houston can claim an AFL title back in 1960 behind George Blanda at quarterback, and the Houston Aeros of the World Hockey Association did win a championship. Olajuwon, yes. Rockets 76. The Knicks 71 with 6 minutes 15 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. A moment ago, Greg Anthony with that big 3-pointer, his first 3-pointer of the NBA Finals. Now being guarded by Kenny Smith. John Starks for 3. Cannot get off. Starks is now 1 for 11.
And that's the second good look at a 3 in a row for John Starks, and he's really fighting himself right now. He's going to have to try to keep his confidence. Interesting that Rudy T has come back with Kenny Smith. Sam Cassell getting the Rockets off to such a good start in the 4th quarter with 8 points, but I think Rudy felt things coming a little bit unglued during that New York run.
So Vernon Maxwell and Kenny Smith in the backcourt. Hakeem Olajuwon, Otis Thorpe, Robert Horry up front. Olajuwon lost his balance. Here comes Anthony. Starks again for 3. I don't know, Matt, you reach a point as Olajuwon was back down court. And a 20 is taken by the Knicks. Rockets by 7. I know the Knicks have stayed with the philosophy of going with John Starks, but I would think you reach a point, hey, you got to stop shooting. Timeout call, 5:28 remaining in the 4th. John Starks is now 1 for 12 from the field. He's 0 for 7 from 3-point land. He's moving into the 0 for 14 Dennis Johnson territory. Dennis Johnson, a terrific playoff performer over his career with the Celtics and the Suns and the Supersonics. But Game 7 of 1978 with Seattle, he went 0 for 14. Starks keeps pumping him up. Rockets lead by 7. We come up on 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Anthony for Starks, shooting again. Starks is now 1 for 13.
Now that was a good shot, Marv. This is what John Starks is going to do. He only knows one way to play, but what you have to do if you're John Starks is try to penetrate, make plays for other people, and only take the shot when it comes for you. Don't go out of your way to look for it.
Good play by Ewing, but recovered by Olajuwon. Horry with the spin. Loose ball foul called on the Rockets. That is number 5 on Owing.
Rudy Tomjanovich waving there to Horry. Stay in there, stay in there. I'm going to stay with you right now. As Larry Smith, assistant coach, going up to Rudy to talk to him to give him some kind of advice.
Derek Harper back on the floor. Now he and John Starks in the backcourt. Horry with the steal off the pass thrown by Harper. Here's Smith going right at Harper. And knocked out of bounds by Oakley, who felt the pressure from Horry.
Well, Robert Horry has been going hard to the glass there. May have been a little contact in the back of Oakley. The Knicks have been very fierce going to the glass. As that bad pass there by Harper, as the pass should have been thrown to the outside hand of John Starks. Just a poor one on the inside.
4:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Rockets with the ball. They lead by 7. Olajuwon now played by Oakley. Olajuwon. Rebound fought. And they'll reset. Only the 3rd offensive rebound by the Rockets. Olajuwon will account. Foul before the shot attempt. The beautiful head fake by Olajuwon made his way around Oakley and took the kick.
Well, we've seen Hakeem make this spin move on the other side of the floor. That is just a lightning quick catch and go move that Oakley cannot just catch up with, as Rudy Tomjanovich would have rather had the made field goal than the foul and the ball out of bounds, obviously.
Non-shooting foul. Knicks with their 4th team foul. Rockets have 3. Olajuwon. And it's rebounded by Mason. Oakley went down, but apparently he's all right. Hobbling his way back up court. 3:35 to go in the 4th. Starks that time hesitated. He had the shot. Ewing comes up short. Rebound Starks. John Starks able to convert the offensive rebound. And it brings the Knicks within 5.
Well, when you get that open, Marv, you can't hesitate. I don't care how many of you miss. If you're a shooter, shoot the ball. There's no question John Starks is thinking, but he got a tremendous break there of getting the ball back and laying it in.
We're approaching 3 minutes to go. 4th quarter. 7th and final game of the NBA Finals. Smith had to force it, the shot clock running down. Ewing for Starks. Starks off the dribble. Rebound Oakley, and he's fouled. Olajuwon going for the block. And the foul has been called. That is number 5 on Olajuwon. Timeout taken. We'll be right back. The Rockets with a 5-point lead on the Knicks. Only 2:51 remaining in the 4th. Another close game as we go down to the stretch. Only once has there been a series where every game was decided by 10 points or less. That's been the case in this series. You'd have to go back to 1955 Syracuse in Fort Wayne. That was the first year of the 24-second shot clock. The foul rundown. 4 apiece on Starks and Oakley. 5 apiece on Horry and Olajuwon.
Had a storm telling us during that timeout. Rudy Tomjanovich warning Hakeem Olajuwon, do not foul. We need you in this ballgame. Now, with him having 5, the Knicks probably should look inside. Not probably. They should look inside to Patrick Ewing. See what he's got. If he gets the double team, then make the crisp pass out of there. Another pass, and the Knicks will get a good-looking shot.
The Knicks have 3 timeouts left. The Rockets 2 out of 20. Both teams have 4 team fouls. Charles Oakley on the line for the first time. And he has been a solid free throw shooter. 78% during the season for Oakley at the line. Charles hanging in there despite assorted injuries. 9 points, 12 rebounds, 4-point Houston lead. The Rockets 78, the Knicks 75. Some pressure by the Knicks. Horry back to help, and Smith moves it across. Smith and Maxwell in the backcourt. Olajuwon, Horry, fourth, up front. Last couple of years, Kenny Smith has rarely been on the floor in final minutes of the game. It's usually been Scott Brooks or Sam Cassell. Olajuwon with 25. And the Rockets have an 80-75 lead. Down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Ewing with the pick. It's a pick and roll. Olajuwon had to let him go. Fourth with the rebound. Olajuwon stepped away.
And the Knicks like to go to that little fake screen and roll where just Ewing dives to the basket. He was a little bit tentative with the shot.
We're under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Olajuwon changed his mind. Maxwell for three. Vernon Maxwell from downtown. And the Rockets now lead 83-75. Timeout called by the Knicks. A minute 48 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Continue to go to Olajuwon. He was pushed out by Ewing, and he now has been kicking the ball all over, and I mean kicking it out for open shots, as Maxwell, one of his rare threes in this series, and maybe the biggest one.
Vernon Maxwell turning it around. 6 of 10 from the field for 16 points.
Want to know how Maxwell got free? Olajuwon with the ball here, and John Starks looking to help here, and it's going to just leave Maxwell open just enough to get a clear look over the outstretched arm of John Starks.
Vernon Maxwell hitting his second from downtown this evening. 16 points in all. The Rocket backcourt has turned it around here tonight. The Knicks have hit only one for the last 7. 2 timeouts remaining for the Knicks. 2 and a 20 for the Rockets. 8-point Houston lead. A minute 40 to go. And a foul is called. Ewing was trying to set up down low. And Maxwell called for his second.
Same kind of defense that the Rockets went to in Game 6, very late switching. So Olajuwon was outside on John Starks, and with Maxwell inside on Patrick Ewing. Patrick telling John Starks, throw that ball up higher where I can see it coming so I can catch and make my quick move.
Ewing is 2 of 4 at the line, and from time to time he has had problems in closing minutes of games. Rockets are now over the foul limit. Ewing hitting 1 of 2. The Rockets 83, the Knicks 76. Minute 35 remaining, fourth quarter. Rockets would like to take some time here. The next Knick foul would put them over the limit. Shot clock at 5. Shot clock at 3. Olajuwon with the fadeaway. Rebound Mason. A minute 10 remaining. The Knicks trailing by 7. Here's Harper. And Hugh Evans telling Rudy Tomjanovich, it's my call, and the call against the Rockets. Hugh hesitated for a moment as he looked at the Houston bench. And Harper will go to the line. The foul on Smith.
Well, Derek Harper in all kinds of trouble here on his penetration, has nowhere to go. And they're actually, I think they're calling that on Kenny Smith from behind as him from behind.
Harper only a 69% free throw shooter during the season. He's 4 of 5 tonight. It has been a superb NBA Finals series for Derek Harper. He has been the most valuable Knick. 20 points for the game. Rockets by 5. We come up on 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. And a tripping foul called on Starks. That is his 5th foul. So the Knicks are now over the limit with 52 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Maxwell trying to turn the corner on John Starks. He had a hand check, a little foot in there to trip, and Maxwell has struggled throughout this series from the free throw line.
And Vernon Maxwell is 2 of 3 at the line tonight. During the season, a 75% shooter.
But just 57% in this series.
The Rockets, 84. The Knicks, 78. 45 seconds remaining in the fourth. Starks for 3. Rebound, oh! Tied up, and a jump ball is called. Rudy Tomjanovich had to be restrained as he reacted to that call.
He was banging away with Scott Brooks there as he wanted the foul called. Now he starts pushing away at little Scott Brooks, who had nothing to do with it.
Oakley and Horry on the tip. Controlled by the Knicks. Starks again for 3. And a foul against the Knicks. John Starks is now 2 for 17. Oakley called for his 5th foul. And the Knicks are now 2 of 17 from downtown. Starks now with this shot, Matt, 0 for 10 from three-point land.
And that's exactly where he tried to get the game winner and the NBA championship winner in Game 6, the one that was blocked by Olajuwon. Here he had to give a little double kick in the air to get it up, as obviously his shot just not there. Even the ones where he had good looks and got up in the air nicely, wouldn't fall for him. One of those just sick, sad nights for John Starks.
Otis Thorpe only a 66% free throw shooter. 31 seconds remaining. And Thorpe misses both. Timeout taken by the Knicks. The Rockets 84, the Knicks 78. We'll be right back. The Knicks with only 1 field goal the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. The perimeter shooting has been their major problem right through the season. John Starks, though, 2 for 17, 0 for 10 from beyond the three-point arc. The Knicks shooting only 39% for the game. Rockets at 34 of 73, 47%. 31 and 6/10 seconds remaining. The Houston Rockets seeking their first ever NBA championship. It is Knick ball. Rockets lead by 6 points. The Knicks have 1 timeout left. Rockets have 2 and a 20. Olajuwon moving out on Harper. Here's Hubert Davis, who just checked in. 3-point attempt. And back comes Kenny Smith. The Houston Rockets 15 seconds away from an NBA championship. The foul against the Knicks, who are over the limit. Charles Oakley called for his 6th.
John Starks having another good look, and this thing falls about 5 feet short as nobody appeared to hit his arm. and it has just been unbelievable, and people are probably wondering what in the world is Pat Riley doing staying with John Starks in this ballgame. It's only something, Pat will handle it very well, but when you have confidence in a player, a guy that was injured and fought so hard to come back, and a guy who has been your big fourth quarter guy, you don't want to quit on him in any situation. So in Pat Riley's case, he's trying to show John he has the confidence, but it has just been an awful, awful night.
Also, Matty has no other choices because obviously he's lost confidence in Hubert Davis. He has to stay with Starks, but I think many of Starks' shots will be questioned. 15 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Rockets lead 86-78. For the New York Knicks, it is game number 107, a season that began back on the 7th of October. And that tells the story. There will not be a 5th championship for Pat Riley. 15 seconds remaining. Rockets lead 86-78. The Houston Rockets on their way to their first ever NBA title. That's a three-pointer. 11 seconds to go. And the Rockets are now up by 5. And the foul was called on Harper, his 4th.
Well, Hubert Davis getting open out on that right wing and has really struggled in this series. Making that three-point shot. Talking about the woes of the New York Knicks, you got to give a lot of credit to these Houston Rockets. Hakeem Olajuwon not only scoring, but moving the basketball, getting the ball open. And probably the biggest shot of this game was the three-pointer that Maxwell made.
John Starks finally able. Let's see, Starks now 2 of 18 from the field overall. Maxwell with 19 points. Time is running out. And again, the Knicks able to hit down the stretch. Harper with 23. It's a 4-point lead. 4 6/10 seconds remaining.
Foul is called on New York's 44, Hubert Davis.
And the foul on Hubert Davis.
Well, Derek Harper just rushing up the floor. Kenny Smith backing up, making sure no foul there. And it's amazing how quickly an 8-point lead can start to slip away. But if you go down and make your free throws, as Maxwell is doing right now, this one is over.
So Vernon Maxwell 6 of 7 from the line, making 7 of 8, 21 points. Rockets again by 6. Time running out on the New York Knicks. The Houston Rockets are the 1993-94 NBA champions. Celebrating with her husband, Rudy. And the city of Houston has won its first major championship. They have defeated the New York Knicks in 7. And eventually we will have the trophy presentation, and for the first time it will take place out on the court. That is, if they do clear the court here at the Summit. Hakeem Olajuwon will wear an NBA championship ring for the very first time. And it should be the hat trick for Hakeem. Most valuable player during the regular season, the defensive player of the year, and undoubtedly the MVP the finals. The Houston Rockets, the third team in NBA history to come back after being down 3-2 by winning games 6 and 7 at home, as they defeat the Knicks 90-84.
And now, Commissioner David Stern.
Two inspired teams showed America and the world about pride, hustle, and determination. But there can only be one champion. And congratulations to the 1994 NBA World Champion, Houston Rockets. Congratulations to Les Alexander, the entire Rockets organization, and to the city of Houston, Texas, or shall I say, Clutch City. Congratulations.
The trophy transfer in these close quarters could be difficult, but a successful handoff from Stern to Alexander. Rookie owner, Les, this might be the NBA's best rookie season since Magic Johnson in 1980.
This is for the fans of Houston, the fans of the Rockets all over the world. They deserve it and they got it. And the players have been unbelievable and the coaches have been just as good. It's really fantastic for the city of Houston.
Rudy Tomjanovich, you have lived in Houston most of your adult life. What does this mean, not just to your team, but do you think to this city?
Well, Houston, you wanted this for so long, you finally got it. I'm proud to be a part of the team that got it for you. And when I say team, I mean it in the true sense of the word. These guys went out and did it together. We've got the best player in the league, but we've got a lot of great players. We couldn't have did it if we didn't do it together.
You play all year for home court advantage. Now the home team has won the last 20 straight seventh games. What did the summit mean tonight?
Well, it meant everything. These people have been so good to us. When we were down, they were down at the airport to pick us up. We love you!
You came back from down 0-2 going to Phoenix after blowing two big leads here. You came back here down 3-2 to the Knicks. I guess Clutch City applies.
Well, I'll tell you what. This was the most nerve-wracking playoffs I've ever seen in my life. Every game went down to the last quarter, the last couple of plays. I'm just so happy to be on top.
This is your second full season as a head coach. How long could you last if they were all this taxing?
Not too long. Just let me say this. I thank the players for being such a great team. I've got to thank my assistant coaches, Carol, Bill, Larry, Robert, Jim, Joe, Coach Ed, Killer. All right.
One last question, Rudy, before we hear from Hakeem Olajuwon, who was the regular season MVP and now I'm told is the unanimous MVP of this series. You used to say that you studied Pat Riley. You used to say you studied Pat Riley when you were a scout. You went against Riley in this series. A great job he has done with the Knicks. Some thoughts on your opposition in this series?
Well, we respected them. You know, that we're very similar, so we had to respect them because we're just like them. He's a great coach. It's an honor to just get a win, but it's not a personal thing ever. It was the Knicks against Houston.
Rudy, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Ahmad Rashad, who is with Hakeem Olajuwon. Ahmad.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. A lot of people here in Houston thought that for this team it was destiny, but it was more than that. It was great play by a great team who is now the NBA champions. Hakeem.
Well, finally, I just want to thank God that He has given us this opportunity. And playing together as a team, you know, I still can't believe that we have won the championship.
You know, a lot of people talk about your play, your calmness this year, but the guys around you also came along very strong.
Well, you know, just teamwork. Teamwork, that's the key. I just like to thank all my teammates for the great job. Kenny Smith, Maxwell, they did a wonderful job tonight.
Well, when you talk about earlier on in the series, they talked about the guards took a lot of heat, but you guys came back strong today.
Well, I told Vernon, you know, main thing that we had to do is concentrate on these last two games, and when God is willing and say anything's able, so it's a great feeling right now.